gastroduodenal, that's cut off here, and the common hepatic, the portal vein, and the common bile. So the common bile duct, the portal vein, and the hepatic proper artery that's what we consider the portal triad. La triada portal, okay? Again, the common bile duct, the portal vein, and the hepatic proper artery together are considered or classified as the portal triad. La triada portal. Okay? Okay, now, last but not least, here we have a big, huge vessel that only passes by. The blood that goes in this vessel just passes through alongside the carotid lobe. He traverses the diaphragm and goes to the heart, to the right atrium. So what's the name of this big vessel? Inferior vena cava. The blood from him does not go into the liver. He just passes through.
That's tight.
But the portal vein has blood that goes into the liver and goes to all the hepatocytes. So the portal vein is important. Okay? Now, the portal vein that brings blood from the intestines has all the nutrients. So all the nutrients are absorbed through him, and it has to be metabolized by the liver. Okay? And once that blood is metabolized, it shoots it to the inferior vena cava through these veins. So what are these veins called? That drain finally to the inferior vena cava at that point. What are those veins called? I did teach you this some time back. Diana? What are those veins called?
What letter does it start with?
S. The suprahepatic. Suprahepatic veins.
Never taught us that.
Suprahepatic veins finally bring the blood that's already metabolized by the liver, all the nutrients, and that goes here and mixes with the inferior vena cava. And that all goes to the heart. Okay, so that's it on the liver, more or less, overall. What else do we need to do? Kidneys, right? Mm-hmm. Now the spleen. I'm gonna
You said we need to do kidneys, and you said no. The spleen.
I'm sorry. Okay, the spleen is not a kidney. Okay?
Spleen.
Now the spleen, I'm gonna ask you guys on my lab test one question.
Which one?
I'm gonna give them a question. You don't know this, Mr. President. So if I put this on one of these trays as a question on my test, I'm gonna say identify organ. Right? That's true.
Está bueno.
Identify organ.
Not kidney.
Organ, not kidney. It's brains. It's hemisphere. This looks like your hemisphere.
Sure. Those look like your balls, Sherwood.
Ah, que la chingada. Imagínate. Puta madre. Let's go to candies.
You get a discount.
I want some action. All right. Now the spleen.
And I can help you with that.
Yeah. You
No,
wanna-
no.
¿Me ayudas, mi amor?
Síguele, Marita. Sigue, Marita.
I want you. My wife already authorized me.
Va a traértela.
Dale taco, Sherwood.
Me manda la chingada. Puta. Okay, now this guy also has surfaces. Same as the liver. This is the diaphragm, left hypochondriac, and this is the visceral surface. Now the visceral surface has impressions, same as the liver. Anybody can wonder what impression we have here? It's diaphragmatic, visceral.
Gastric.
Who goes here?
Intestine.
Large intestine. Oh, the renal.
Who goes here?
Intestine. Small intestine.
Ahora. Impressions.
The descending colon. I don't know.
Large
Impressions.
intestine.
Impressions.
Yes.
No saben, ¿no?
Renal. It has to be renal.
Okay. The one that's behind the splenic hilum is who?
Large intestine.
Behind.
Descending colon.
Renal. Up here, the colic, large intestine. Here, gastric. Gastric, colic,
Renal.
and renal. And right smack in the middle at the hilum with these vessels is the pancreas. The tail of the pancreas reaches this guy. So pancreas, okay? Renal, gastric, and colic. Now, I will not ask that on my lab test. Okay? But the only thing I'll ask you guys, identify organ.
Not kidney.
Maritza's brains.
Very
¿Me
nice.
perdonas?
No.
All right. Now, at the hilum of the spleen, we have two vessels. One that's thicker, and one that's very thin. So what's this guy? The splenic artery, splenic vein. Okay, splenic vein, splenic artery. And this comes from the celiac trunk. All right. Now let's go to the kidneys.
Where does the splenic vein connect?
Ah, yes. The splenic vein. Let's look at that. Thank you, sir. Un aplauso para el señor.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir.
I'm sure my ignorance into.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now we saw the splenic artery here. This is the splenic vein.
Vein.
Okay. Let me. It's all twisted. All right. Stop. Okay. So if you look at this, the splenic vein, as it comes from left to right, he joins another vein that comes from the intestines, a big vein. This big vein that comes from the intestines is called the superior mesenteric vein. Intestines, okay? Superior mesenteric vein is joined by the splenic vein. At this point, these two come together and form the portal. This is the portal vein, okay? Portal vein that we saw in the liver over here is formed by the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein. The splenic vein, before reaching the superior mesenteric, receives this smaller vein at midpoint, more or less. So what's this guy?
The branch of the inferior mesenteric.
No.
What is it?
Inferior mesenteric.
Inferior mesenteric vein. Can I grab your tongue?
No.
Ándale, mijito, no sea malo.
It's JP's because he's new.
Ya, Sam. ¿Ya ves? Participó. ¿Ya ves?
Ya, un aplauso.
Un aplauso.
Yeah, JP.